day, yogis. This is Stephen Chang here, coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab, and the 4-digit ID code, if you're prompted for it, is 8096. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please note that I stream on Instagram and Facebook, and those videos are then saved for 24 hours on Instagram, and then on Facebook, I leave it on there for about a week or two. There are a bunch of videos on there right now that are available to you 24 hours, 7 days a week. And then I also have a YouTube channel, which is Simha Yoga Lab, and all of my videos are archived on there, and it's, again, full access. You can practice anytime you want. You do not need to work on my schedule for streaming. It's all available for you. And so it works the same way, payment through Venmo or PayPal. Please share with your friends and let people know. And if you come across any of my postings on Instagram or Facebook, please share, let people know, and let's get a great community of people going, practicing, moving, and just kind of get physically healthy. And for the hour that we spend here just moving around, hopefully that'll bring us a little bit of a distraction so that we can get through all this. All right, so today's class is open flow. It is a level 1 and level 2. Please elevate and sit up on a block, especially if you have a tight lower back or tight hips. Right? So you can sit on a block, you can sit on a blanket, a towel. Have those things available for you if you have them, right? It's always good to have a blanket for padding to the knees if you need it, or if I were to do any kind of special kind of elevation, it's always helpful. If you don't have blocks, you can always have thick, sturdy books, right? If you have them. Also, if you have a water bottle, it might serve as a support structure for balancing poses, like a half moon or something like that. So have them available if you have them. Also, for those of you who are newer to my practice, welcome, right? Please know that I give a lot of instructions verbally, and I'm doing the whole practice with you, right? So if something doesn't make sense, take a look and do the best you can to create the shapes through the instructions I'm giving you. So please be mindful that if I'm going out of your range, that you do pull back a little bit. Try not to hurt yourself by doing something that is not appropriate for your body, right? So always keep checking in. I give a lot of variations. If the variations are not appropriate for you, it's a little bit too strong, a little bit too requiring more flexibility than you have, please, again, stick to the basics, right? You do not need to take all of the different variations I give you. I always start with the basics, and I offer different options for you, right? I can sometimes offer you something a little bit easier, sometimes a little bit more challenging. So make some good decisions for yourself. It's really important to always think about every asana, every pose, every posture can be customized to your needs, right? And so that's what the yoga practice is about. It's not a one-size-fits-all, cookie cutter kind of thing. I might offer something that is, the common standard pose, but you can always adjust it accordingly, okay? So make sure that you treat every yoga practice as something that is customized to what your needs are. Okay, let's sit up tall, palms face up. And with your fingers in Gyan Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching, rest your hands gently on top of your knees, elbows alongside the ribs. Shoulders are broadening as you sit up tall. Lips and eyes are closed. And start to regulate your breath by breathing only through your nose. As you start to cultivate that breath, through the inhale, crown of the head reach upwards toward the sky as you expand through the lungs. With the exhale, ground firmly and evenly through your seat, and then let the breath release. Inhale, expand, lengthen. Exhale, contract and ground. Take the next few breaths at your own pace. And whenever you're ready, Ujjayi breath, oceans breathing. So with the lips gently touching and a slight restriction to the back of the throat, creating the ha sound as you inhale and exhale, kind of like you're trying to fog up a mirror with your nose. Notice this humming sound through the breath, through the throat. So keep in mind that this Ujjayi breath is not a super loud breath that like people can hear you from across the room, right? It is just loud enough and a soft humming to the back of the throat so that only you and maybe even the person next to you can hear it, right? So it's not about making it so loud that it hurts your throat and that you have to make sure that people from 500 feet away can hear you, right? So make sure it's a very gentle, soft humming. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer from the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting the practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response, I will call it and repeat the response with you. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarvavashta, Sarvavashta, Gatopiwa, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Bihyandraha, Bihyandraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes, palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And then draw the chin toward the right shoulder. Release back center, drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right side. And then the chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center, drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side, roll it back. Opposite side, roll the center. Take a few more rounds in that same direction. One more giant circle, chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction. And take it back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and reach your spine. Coming off your blocks, extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands support to either side and turning your toes toward each other. And then roll out, draw in, roll out, draw in. Take outer rotation, circling the ankles. Back to center, switch them around in rotations. Back to center again, cross your shins and take the opposite shin on top. This is your non-dominant crossing of the legs. Take the arms up high and extend, and twist to the right on the exhale. Now stay twisting and just release that tension a little bit. Walk your right hand further back, ground your palms, lean the torso back as well. Now keep a lengthy spine, right? A neutral spine, where you're just tilting slightly back, and then with that slightly tilting back, twist a little bit deeper. Right, so in tilting back a little bit, you're getting a different spot along the spine, along the lower back. And take it back to center. Inhale, raise the arms up high. Exhale, twist to your left. And so this time I'm going to be a side view. So it's a vertical line as you twist the first time. Now stay twisting, but just release that tension a little bit. Walk your left hand further back. Keep the spine in a neutral position, except you're just tilting back a little bit. And with that, twist. Take it back to vertical, arms up. On the exhale, side bend. Right hand to the floor, left arm overhead. Keep that side bend. Let the left shoulder start to drop a little bit and extend the left arm over to the right side and reach. So you're now getting a different spot along the shoulders and the upper back. Take it back to stack in the shoulders. Take it all the way back up. Exhale, side bend to your left. Left palm down, right arm overhead. So in this right side stretch is primarily along the side bodies, right? So you're not feeling so much on the upper back just yet. You might feel in the shoulders, right? In the shoulder joints. Now keep that side stretch. Let the right shoulder draw down a little bit and extend the right fingertips more actively out to the left side. So now notice that you're feeling it on the upper back across the shoulder blades. Right? By changing the shapes a little bit, you will get a different sensation in every stretch or every pose. Take it back to stack, which is a very similar pose, right? Except you're now stacking your shoulders, so there's less tension on the upper back in the upper back across the shoulder blades. All right, extend your legs forward, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach forward, grabbing your feet, your ankles or your shins, whatever you can hold on to, and then re-lengthen your spine on your side view. Re-lengthen your spine. And then on the exhale, leading with your heart center forward and downward, keep the spine straight as you reach forward. You're getting the lower back stretch and maybe some hamstring stretch, right? So what you don't want to do in a forward fold is to round and shrug the shoulders, right? You don't want to round your back here. So you want to keep a neutral spine and reach forward through the heart center. Now, if your hamstrings are really tight and your lower back are really tight, you can bend at the knees, right? And this will reduce that tension here. But you can still get that lengthiness through the spine and reaching forward into a nice lower back stretch. Right? So from here, you can grab your feet. And again, if that's still too difficult, grab the sides of the legs, grabbing the ankles, and just keep that neutral spine as you reach forward with the heart center. And as you gain more flexibility, you can start to inch your heels forward and get a little bit flatter with your legs, and then eventually coming into forward fold. All right, take it back up. Separate your feet about mat's width distance. And let's twist again. Right hand behind you. Left hand to outer right knee. Re-lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, twist. Then start to tilt the torso forward. Keep your left hand to the outer right leg. And then keep reaching forward until, if you can, reach the outer right foot. If you cannot, just grab the ankles anywhere to the outer right leg for support and twist. Then raise your right arm up over the right ear, toward the front of the room, and keep reaching and extending. Then take the right arm up and behind you for half bind, and let the front of the right shoulder draw up and back to stack. Now, if your neck is strong and healthy, you can look upwards toward the sky. If you're feeling a little bit of a strain here, look forward toward the floor instead. But you can still find the rotation of the spine and the front of the right shoulder drawing up and back to deepen that twist. All right, release your right hand back down, take it back to vertical, and then switch sides. Left hand behind you, right arm up, and then twisting to the left. Right hand to on the left leg. So first start with a vertical spine. Then, as you start to tilt forward to the front of the room, let the right hand glide along the outside of the left leg. If you can, reach the outside of the left foot. Then, reach your left arm up and overhead, and extend as you side stretch and rotate. Then take the left hand back behind you, and then let the left shoulder draw up and back to deepen the twist. And again, if your neck is strong and healthy, you can look up toward the sky. If that is too much of a strain for your neck, look forward and slightly down instead. Right, so you can still get the stretch, the forward bend, and the rotation all at the same time. Right, whether you look down or you look up. All right, start to release your left hand, take it back up, raise hands up high. Exhale. Lean forward. Again, try to keep that lengthiness of the spine. Try not to round and shrug, right? So keep that lengthiness. Reaching through your heart center forwards and downwards, right? So once you reach a maximum and you cannot go any further, then you can move your arms, right? And at that point, you can grab your feet, your ankles or your shins, whatever you can hold on to. Re-lengthen, and let's take it a little bit deeper. Now, for some of us, if we're not so aware of it, we might reach forward with the chin, thinking that that is making us come forward, right? A little bit more. What you're doing is you're crunching the back of the neck. So think about looking down on front of you. Maybe there's about 3.5, 4 feet in front of you, right? And this will keep your spine in a much more neutral position. So if you came back up to vertical, you should be parallel to the floor with your chin, so that when you come forward, it should be the same relationship. All right, let's take it back up. Let's take the feet wider, supporting with hands, let the feet go wider. All right, so let's go to the left first this time. Left hand behind you, right hand to outer left leg, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Release that tension. Press your right hand to the inside of the right leg. Take the left arm across the collarbone, so you're expanding. Then the palm facing upwards and then overhead. Now the palms are facing downwards, right left hand. Then as you glide your right hand further out, you're now taking it into a side stretch. Keep pressing the right hand to the inner right leg, and that will give you the resistance to stack the shoulders, right? If you don't have that resistance, sometimes when we don't have a lot of range of motion, we start to collapse, right? And start to look downwards. We don't want to do that. We want to stack the shoulders. So use your right hand pressing to the inside of the right leg to stack and reach overhead. So only go as far out to the right side as you can maintain that stacking, right? So you'll get up to a certain point where you feel like, okay, if I go any further, I start to collapse. So that's too much. Come back in a little bit and stack the shoulders. That's much more important as you extend through the left arm overhead. Let's take the left arm up and behind you. And with your left hand to your lower back, let the left shoulder reach up and back. So you're stacking even more actively. And now this time the resistance is to your lower back and to the inner right leg with the right arm. So that double resistance with the right hand and the left hand behind you gives you a very nice stacking of the shoulders. All right, take the left arm back up, take the torso back up to vertical, and then let's twist to the right. So this should also feel like a very nice neutralization of your spine with a rotation. So coming out of the side bend into rotation. All right, release some of that tension, then press your left hand to the inside of the left leg. Right arm goes across the collarbones, back in space, and then reach your right arm up and over the right ear. Slide the left hand out to the left side. Go as far as you feel that you are not collapsing in the shoulders and that you're feeling that you're still stacking. Keep active with your left hand, pressing to the inside of the left leg and draw the right shoulder up and back. All right, now adding on the right hand behind you. Use that resistance to stack the shoulders some more. And then if you have more, left arm sliding further out for the deeper side stretch, take that. And if again, I didn't say on the first side, if looking up is stressful for your neck, you can look down. Raise your right arm back up. Take it back to center. Support with your hands behind you. So let the fingertips roll outwardly. You're on the fingertips. Sit up tall. Broaden your shoulders by drawing your shoulders back, and that'll give you a slight back bend. And again, reach your heart center forward. Try not to look up and try not to lift the chin, but keep the chin about neutral to the floor. Maintain that relationship as you reach forward. Press your fingertips to the floor. Reach forward with the heart center, looking forward slightly, and go as far as you can. Now, once you start to feel like you're rounding, you need to stop, right? I want you to find a neutral spine and maybe even a slight back bend by broadening your shoulders and drawing your shoulders back. Right, so you should feel a good amount of stretch to your lower back as well as your hamstrings, inner thighs, your hip crease, and a little bit in the groin. Make sure you don't overdo it, right? So it's still very early in the practice. All right, so staying here in the forward fold. If you have a little bit more range, walk your hands forward. Keep that chest opening and broadening. Then slide the hands forward, right? So try not to round your back. Keep as much openness and neutral spine as you can, and only inch forward as much as you can handle, right? Without straining. A little bit of stretch, a little bit of work is okay, right? That's important for us to notice that we are balancing between the effort and the ease, right? So every pose should be a nice balance, and you're working productively, and you're challenging yourself just a little bit. So every pose should not be super easy, right? If it's too easy, then you need to push it a little bit so that you're getting a little bit more productivity, a little bit more advancement and progress out of your poses. All right, let's start to walk it back in. Take the hands to the inner thighs, above the knees a little bit, and then as you pull the knees up, your knees will bend. Take the soles of the feet together and let the feet come forward a little bit, creating a diamond shape. You can grab the insides of the feet, or you can slide the hands underneath, and then rounding of the back to draw forward. You can draw the chin toward the chest a little bit, and aim the eyebrows or your third eye toward your feet. Let the back spread open. Let the knees be heavy, so you're widening. Start to take it back up. Left heel comes in a little bit, right heel goes back a little bit. Let me give you, come back to the forward facing orientation so you can see me from the side. Walk your hands over to the left side. You're supporting with your fingers or your palms, your choice. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, start to twist to the left and bow forward about halfway. Stopping at the halfway point, inhale again. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper, bow forward a little bit more. Now keep going forward. If you can, touch your forehead down to the floor. If you cannot, just hover in space, that is fine. You're looking past your left hand behind you for the sole of the right foot. Now, if you're strong and active with your fingers, you should feel a nice amount of engagement on the upper back. Your left shoulder blade should be pressing toward the spine, right? And that activates your left shoulder. Right? And then the right hand is gently supporting there. So there's a lot of activity in your left shoulder blade as you twist and fold forward. Now, if you fold forward deep enough, you might also then feel the stretch to your lower back on the right side. So in a twist, oftentimes is a contralateral stretch or engagement is your upper left shoulder blade with your lower right side on the lower back. All right, start to take it back up, gently take it back to center and counter twisting to the right. Take it back to center, switch sides. Right heel comes in, left leg goes back. Walk your hands over to the right side. You're on your fingertips or on your palms, your choice. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, start to twist and bow forward about halfway. Stopping at the halfway point, inhale again. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper, bow forward a little bit more. You can either hover in space, or the forehead can come all the way down. You're looking past your right fingertips behind you for the sole of the left foot. So now notice that the right shoulder blade joined back in toward the spine. So the right shoulder blade is active. Right? And your left arm is supportive, but it's not very active. And then your lower back on the left side is also getting that stretch. On the inhale, take it back up to center. Exhale, counter twist to the left. Draw back to center again. Soles of feet together, knees apart. This time, draw the heels in closer. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Now, if you can, press your elbows to your inner thighs. You can use that to help you get more openness to the hips. Take it back up. Step the feet to the floor. Grab the front of the shins. Exhale, round back. Inhale, lift, broaden your chest and gently looking up. Exhale, round the spine and reach back from your mid-back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and hold it here. So as you hold it here, you want to wrap the upper back. So your shoulders draw forward as you expand through the upper back. Chin toward the chest will give you more stretch to the back of the neck. Inhale, lift, but this time you're going to take the hands slightly behind you, broaden your shoulders, lift from the heart center, and this time looking upwards. And holding it here for another 2 breaths. And start to release. Extend the left leg forward. Grab either side of the right foot and extend forward. Now, if you don't have a lot of hamstring flexibility and you can't fully extend, that's okay. You can bend your right knee and work here. Alternatively, you can grab your calves, support the calves, and maybe that might work for you, right? So either way is fine, sitting up tall. I like to yogi the toes, which means you're pointing and then you're pointing your foot, and then you're flexing your toes, right? Sitting up tall. Now, if you tend to ground here, right, like this, I want you to think about lifting your chest, drawing the head back slightly so that you're looking forward into a diagonal. So think again about your spine, right? If you're in a neutral spine position, your chin should be 90 degrees roughly with your spine, right? So that you come back to a vertical position, you should be in a perfectly horizontal with your chin, vertical with your spine. Right? So that's the position here. Then take the left hand to the outer right foot, right arm reaching back to twist. Now, if you don't have the full extension, you can bend the knee and you can work here. Or you can grab anywhere along the leg, right? As long as you can sustain and steady pose, reaching right arm back. Now, when you reach your right arm back, I recommend always looking forward first because your heel should be lined up with the hip straight forward, right? And then reaching back. So the rotation of the spine can happen without you looking at your right hand. Now, oftentimes, when we start looking back before we complete the twist, we have your front feet. Right? When we look back before we complete the twist, this is what happens. You think we're going into a deeper stretch, but what you're doing is you're completely out of alignment. So you want to reach forward first. The twist can happen without you looking, right? Because the rotation of the spine does not require you to look back. So keeping the alignment, once you have this all set up, you have your deepest twist, the last thing that happens is nothing else moves except you're turning your head behind you, to look behind you. Right? So now you're in the full expression of the pose and you're in perfect alignment. Alright, square back to center, release your right foot down, we'll take it to the other side, this time I'll face you. Bend your left knee, grab your left foot. If you have the full extension, take it. If you don't, bend your left knee, or you can alternatively grab your calves or extend the left leg fully in this way. Right? If you tend to round the spine, lift the chest, gently looking up, but think about the relationship of the chin pointing forward to the spine. So you want roughly a 90-degree angle here, and that is neutral. Then if you want to also specify your feet, you want to yoke your toes, which is pointing the foot and then flexing the toes. And with that tension of the yogi toes, it actually presses your against your fingers, so it extends your arms a little bit more actively, right? Alright, let's twist. Take the right hand to our left foot. Now look forward. Make sure that the foot and the left hip lines up, shooting straight forward. Keeping the gaze looking forward, so now you can control what your left leg is doing. The rotation can happen without you really looking back behind you, right? So once you get to your deepest rotation, your alignment of the left leg is still intact. Now you can look behind you, right? Everything stays exactly the same. Right? Sometimes when you start to look behind you, right, as you hold the pose, the leg starts to travel a little bit, right? So if that's the case, look forward and you can feel that you're traveling a little bit, realign it, and then if you want, look back behind you again. Alright, start to release, come back forward, bend your left knee, step the feet back down. Again, grabbing the front of the shins and roll back. Lift the chest. Tabletop, hands come back behind you, ground the heels down, and lift the seat. Now once you lift your seat, you can start by looking forward first. Make sure you're lifting up as high as you can, grounding the palms down and the heels down. Then, if you want to drop the head back, if your neck is strong and healthy, you can do that. If that doesn't feel good to you, then keep looking forward by lifting the back of the head. Start to take the seat down, cross your shins, roll forward for down dog, walk it back, pedaling out the legs. Alright, walk your feet about max width distance. Left hand walks to center. You might even walk your left hand in a little bit. Then press into your left hand with your right hand, grab for the outer left ankle or anywhere along the outer left leg. You're just looking for resistance. You're going to pull the torso toward that left leg, which then gives you a lot more openness into your left shoulder joint on the underside of your shoulder joints. Right? And then you can look up toward the sky, or you can look past your left heel or left ankle, behind you. So your neck is in a much more neutral position if you're looking behind you. And your neck is much more active if you're looking up toward the sky past your armpit. And start to release. First, walk it back to your down dog. Then walk your right hand in a little bit. Then reach your left hand to the right ankle or anywhere along the right leg. And then let the torso lean toward the right leg. You have the option of looking up toward the sky past your right armpit, or you can look past your right ankle with the head release. And release, rotate, walk your hands back forward again to the distance of down dog. Walk your feet back in a little bit to the distance of down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the right knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Come high up on your left tiptoes, round the spine, chin toward the chest. Inhale, kick the right knee back up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward, back heel comes down, come up for warrior one. Pointing the right toes forward, which means the side of the foot is parallel to the side of the mat. Line of the right knee over the right heel, ground through the back heel at an angle, square the hips forward, arms up. Your torso and your arms are vertical to the floor, your palms are facing each other. Lengthen your right leg, reaching up. And lean the torso slightly back and looking upwards as well. Bend the front knee, lean the torso slightly forward, and arms alongside the body, reaching toward the left heel behind you. Inhale, lengthen the front leg, reach up and gently leaning back. Exhale, bend the front knee, lean the torso forward to a diagonal, fingertips reach back in a diagonal. One more time, lengthen. Reach up and take into slight back bend. Exhale, bend the front knee, lean the torso slightly forward, hands come back behind you. Now wrap the hands back behind you, interlace them, broaden your shoulders, and then reach your knuckles away from you and stay here. Then angle the torso to your left a little bit, then lower the torso about parallel to the floor with a neutral spine. If you have a little more depth, lower even more, keep that neutral spine, and then finally let the head release as you bow forward. Inhale, take it back up, releasing your hands. Warrior one. Open it up for warrior two. Now in your warrior two, you're still lining up the knee over the heel, arms are parallel, reaching opposite directions. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Your right hand can come to the inside of the right foot. If that is a little bit difficult to reach for you, you can take the arm to top of the right leg, stack your shoulders, reaching left arm up. So this is a modified version of your side angle. Right hand to the floor is the full expression of the pose. Take the left palm to face down and reach forward. Extended side angle. Left arm up and behind you, half bind in the side angle. Inhale, keep the half bind. Come all the way up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Push up. Inhale, up dog. Roll over your toes. Keep the thighs off the floor, lift up and back. Exhale, roll it back to down dog. Inhale, left heel up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Shoulders over your wrists, knee in toward the nose, high up on your right tiptoes, round the upper back. Inhale, kick your left heel back up again, three-legged dog. Step the left forward, back heel down, warrior one. So left toes pointing forward, side of the foot parallel to side of the mat. Line of the knee over the heel, ground through the back heel, square forward, arms up high. Lengthen the front leg, lift up, lean it back slightly. Bend the front knee, lean the torso forward, arms alongside. So the fingertips are reaching back toward the right heel. Inhale, lengthen the front leg. Reach up, slightly leaning back. Exhale, bend the front knee, torso forward, fingertips reach back. One more time. Inhale, lift, slight back bend. Exhale, bend, torso leaning forward, fingertips reaching back, and stay here. Then wrapping the hands back behind you, interlacing. Take the other thumb on top, then broaden your shoulders, lift the knuckles away from your seat. Then angle your torso to the right just a little bit. Take the torso about parallel to the floor. Keep a neutral spine, keep your shoulders open. If you have more, you dip down a little bit more with that neutral spine. And then everyone, when you're ready, let the head release. Inhale, lift back up, square back center, warrior one. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. So left knee lined up over the heel, arms are parallel to the floor, fingertips reaching opposite directions. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm up and back, support with the right hand to right leg. Exhale, side angle, left hand to the floor if you have the full expression of the pose. If not, elbow to top of the leg, right arm reaching up. Take the right palm to face down and reach forward, extended side angle. Raise your right arm up and behind you, half bind, and stack. Keep the half bind, come up, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale a breath. Exhale, push up, chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up for an up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet wider again. This time, turn the right heel in and step the right heel down. Walk your left hand in just a little bit. And first, take the right hand to outer left leg and pull toward that left leg. You may stay here and work here. Or you can take it the other way, which is raise your left leg up, right hand to grab the left foot, and kick it back into right bend. Alright, release your left foot back down, turn the heels back out, walk your hands back to the distance of downward. Alright, so second side, turn the left heel in. Walk your right hand in a little bit and to center. First option, more easy option, is your left hand to grab the right ankle and pull toward that right leg. Alright, that's good, stay here. Or take a more advanced variation, reach your left arm up and behind you, raise your right leg up and bind left hand to your right foot. And take that into a left bend. Start to release, right foot back down, walk it back to center, and then walk your feet in, back to the distance of down dog. Inhale, right heel up, open up the hips, bend the right knee, sideward scorpion. Right knees reaching toward the sky as you stack the hips, left heels reaching down toward the floor to stabilize. So you should feel a nice stretch of the front of the right hip drawing back and the left leg, left hamstrings, and the calves. Raise your right leg back up, square off, step the right foot forward, warrior one. Interlace your thumbs and pull the hands strongly apart. So your shoulders and your arms are activated. Reach up and back into that bend. Take it back up to vertical. Side bend to your left. Pull with your left thumb, stretching your right side. Take it back to vertical. Pull with your right thumb, stretching your left side. Take it back to vertical. Lean the torso forward to a diagonal. Grounding down through the back heel. Then releasing your thumbs and swim the arms back. And then swim the arms forward. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Take it up to warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle. Tip the left hip back, reach your right hand forward. Right hand to top the shins. If you're less flexible, you can always slide your right hand down a little bit, or you can take the right hand all the way down. Left arm up, and this is your triangle. So again, in any of these poses, we're looking upwards, right? If that is too much of a strain for your neck, you can always look down. Extend your triangle, left palm to face down and reach forward. Left arm up and behind you, half bind and stack. Keep the half bind, come all the way up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back. Lower all the way down to the belly. Reach your fingertips back, reach your toes back. Inhale, lift. Shalabhasana, locust pose. So the gaze is still slightly ahead of you, so that the back of the neck is pretty neutral. You're lifting the upper back. You're lifting through your feet and your thighs. Lower down, bend the knees, grab your feet. Then on the inhale, kick your feet up, lift your thighs. Use that action to help you lift your upper back and your chest. Now once you're upright, you want to also lift through the upper back. So it's not just your legs doing all the work, the upper back is also lifting. Start to release. Hands alongside the rib cage, tuck the toes. Press back up into a plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Open up the hips, bend the left knee. So as you stack the hips, you're opening up through the hips on the left side. Your left knee is reaching up and the right heel is reaching down. As you reach your right heel down, you're getting the stretch at the back of the right leg. Extend the left leg, square off, step. Left foot forward. Warrior one. Hook your thumbs, but take the other thumb on top. Reach forward, up and back. As you pull the hands strongly apart, your arms and your shoulders are activated. Take it back up to vertical. Side stretch to the right. So pull with your right thumb from the left side, stretch. Take it back up to vertical, side bend to your left. Take it back to vertical, lean it forward to a diagonal. Really ground the back heel down, extend through the crown of the head forward and the arms forward. Then release your hands, keep it in the diagonal. Swim the arms back behind you, swim the arms forward. Swim the arms behind you. Swim the arms forward. Swim back. Swim forward. Take it back up to vertical and open it up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg, triangle. Tip the right hip back, the left hand forward. You can start with the hand higher up along the shins. Slide it down if you can go a little bit further. On the left hand directly to the floor, right arm up. And this is triangle. Right palm to face down, reach forward, extended triangle. Right arm up and behind you, half bind and stack. Keep the half bind. Come up, reverse triangle. Then bend the front knee. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank, lower all the way down to the belly. This time, arms reach forward. On the inhale, lift like Superman. Lower down, bending at the knees, grab your feet again. Now this time, if you found the first one to be pretty easy, you can touch your toes, you can touch your inner thighs together. Best you can to get your legs closer. This makes it a little more challenging. On the inhale, lift, kick up. And start to release. Tuck the toes, hands alongside the rib cage. On the inhale, press back up into a plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left thumb between your hands, crescent moon, right knee comes down. If you want to take extra padding with your blankets or your towels to the right knee, go ahead and take it. If you don't need that extra padding, then right knee directly down to the floor. Lunge your hips forward. Make sure you're still lining up the right knee to the right heel, and the front heel must be grounding down. Hands on top of the thighs. Then press your hands into your thighs and your belly draws away from the thighs, right? And that starts to initiate your back bend. Your heart center starts to angle upwards, and gaze is also looking upwards, right? So make sure you're not looking all the way up, but instead you're keeping a pretty supported neutral spine in the cervical spine, your neck. Now, once you're set here and you have your back bend nice and steady, now you're ready. If you want, arms up, Venus Mudra, reaching arms up and back. If you can, go past your ears. If not, alongside the ears. If that's tight, straight up is fine. Also, if reaching the arms up throws off your balance and you need a little bit of help with your balance, then take the hands on top of the thighs. You can always deepen, right, by pressing your hands into your thighs and leaning back, and that deepens your back bend. All right. Start to release, hands to the side of the left foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and lengthen into your left leg. Pyramid. Now, if your feet are really wide at this point and you feel like it's too deep and too wide, you can always step it in, right? You always want a very stable position here. So you're looking for the left hamstring stretch. The best of your abilities, keep a neutral spine, and then hinge at the hips to draw forward with that neutral spine. Alright, so you can fold forward by bending at the elbows, or you can look for extension. Lengthen the arms, lengthen the crown of the head forward, tail back. So all the limbs are fully extended, and the spine is fully extended. Alright, or you can soften it forward. Alright, bend the front knee, ground the palms, kick the left leg up, three-legged dog. Draw the left knee in, land the shin to the floor. Pigeon. Inch your right knee further back, walk your hands back. Make sure your left thigh angles out to the side, 30 to 45 degrees. You're balancing on the shins. Your left seat does not need to touch down. It can be hovering. As long as your pelvis is level, your spine is straight, that's all you're looking for. Then you can walk your hands forward. I'll give you about 3 breaths here, and then we'll work our way out. Alright, starting to break, walk your hands back in, tuck the back toes, press into your hands, and step it right back to the down dog. Pedal out the legs, get some circulation back to the legs. Alright, second side, right leg up. Step the right foot forward between your hands, crescent moon, left knee comes down, extra padding if you need it. Ground through the right heel down, line up the right knee with the right heel. Walk your hands to top of the thighs and lunge forward a little bit more deeply. With that, press your hands into your thighs, lean the upper torso back, start to look upwards, and then when you're ready, arms up, Venus, low drum. Right, for those of you who needed the extra support with the hands to the thighs, go ahead, take it back, and then press into your hands and lean the upper torso further back, and that can give you a nice back bend with the resistance of the hands to the thighs. All right, start to break. Hands to the side, the right foot, tuck the back toes, lengthen over your right leg. So again, if your feet are too wide, walk them in a little bit. Support with both hands to the floor. If you have blocks, if you have your water bottle, right? So this is where if you have one water bottle and you have no other props to help you, right? You can take your water bottle, take it to the inside of the foot. Use both hands to the tip of the water bottle, and that basically extends your arms, right? So that now you can find a much more lengthy right leg, lengthy spine, and support with your hands. All right, bend the front knee, ground the palms, kick the right leg up, three-legged dog. Draw the right knee in toward the nose, land the shin to the floor, inch your left knee further back. Walk your hands back, elongate through the spine, make sure you're nice and squared, and then when you're ready, take it forward. You have about 2 more breaths. All right, start to walk it back in. Ground the palms, tuck the back toes, and press it right back to your down dog, and pedal out the legs. And then start to walk your feet forward toward your hands, and take the seat down. Extend the legs forward with the hands to either side of you. Slide the hands out to help you take it to your back. Left knee in, left arm out to T, and twist to the right. Take it back to center, switch legs, switch arms, and twist to your left. Take it back to center, hug both knees in. And then step feet to the floor, slide the legs forward. Let the feet separate, toes return out, arms alongside the body, palms face up. Let your eyes close, completely release to the floor. Shavasana, final relaxation, let it all go. to the breath. Start to move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. And then rolling over to the right side. Come up to a comfortable cross-leg position. Even seat, lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep. And let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together and pray. Bowing forward, ceiling practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Please visit again my website at simhayoga.com, and that is where you will find my streaming schedule as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab, and the 4-digit ID code is 8096. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. We can work with that. And please share any Instagram or Facebook postings that you see. Repost it, share with your friends, let people know classes are happening. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Stay safe.